My name is Erick James.
I am Clay Morris, and that is the Magic Man Marlon Wright, walking around somewhere in, you don't even know.
He got the tree background. He got a beard background. Oh,
He's just exploring. You see, you never get enough of this channel here because we bring you everything. We bring you
Marlon the Explorer.
I think he's looking for ghosts. He's out there looking for ghosts in the hinterland somewhere.
Marlon the Explorer from now on.
Marlon the Explorer.
At least you didn't call me Dora the Explorer.
We ain't going there, brother.
Listen, apparently he didn't realize the show started at 1 o'clock, so he decided to go get an oil change at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, things got to be done. Things got to be done right on schedule. He's a man who works by his schedule. He's not going to screw it up. Life
doesn't stop just because of the show, man. I'm like Stephen A, man. Y'all ever watch Stephen A, man? He does it wherever he's at, man.
Okay. I try not to watch Stephen A because he all he does is make my blood boil.
It doesn't take much.
It does take much.
It doesn't take much.
I'm going to use one of his words. He likes to bloviate.
Bloviate, right.
Yeah.
Right, bloviate. Yeah. It's almost like he read it in the dictionary one day and said, you know what, I like to use that word. He never stopped.
Bloviating. Okay, listen. We're going to review what happened last week, who picked what and where, and I'll wait to the end to announce the winner. Okay, because we don't want to disappoint anybody. So let's just get the thing on the roll here. I think the first game, I'll start off with the first game. Mr. James, you got the second. Mr. Wright, Mr. Magic there, Magic Man, you got the third one. So we'll just do it in groups of threes, sort of like how we did last week. And in the first game, let me just make sure that I have this correctly. Okay. No, that's not it. No. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. The first game was Seattle traveling to Dallas. And I wonder how they could have Seattle traveling all the way to Dallas, Texas to take on the Cowboys. Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas is going to Seattle to take on the Texans. It's Seattle traveling to Dallas. I'm taking Dallas. Doesn't matter. Let's just get that out there.
I'm taking Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil. I'm going with Dallas. I think talent-wise they got enough to pull it out, but it's not going to be a blowout at all. But
not going to be a blowout, huh? Let's see. Well, you're right. Score was 41-35, but it wasn't a blowout.
Not one of them. It was a good game.
High scoring game, but wasn't a blowout.
Not quite a blowout. Let's see. I think we all had that right.
Yeah, we all had that one right.
Darn. No separation there. Mr. James, you have the next game.
Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Let's check them out. Next game is the Indianapolis Colts, 6-5, going to Tennessee to play the Tennessee Titans, who are 4-7. Titans at home. Indianapolis was on a roll, so I'm going to stick with the Colts.
Mr. Magic?
I think the Colts got to know. I'm not sold on Mike Vrabel no more. I think their day is past. I'm going with the Colts.
I can't stand you guys, so I'm going with to Tennessee. That's where I'm going. I'm going right there. Not going to hang with you people.
Okay.
I think those were famous last words somewhere along the line.
I'm glad you didn't hang with us. Good job.
I was laughing while that game was taking place. I said, I'm glad you didn't want to roll with us.
I sure didn't. Just wanted to distance myself and put a check mark in the lost column. Just let everyone know that I have no problem walking alone.
Yeah, we know that about you.
Unbelievable. Why did I take the Titans? I think so we're gonna have to cover for you because you don't even have any of your materials. So we're just gonna have to work around you, right? And you're just in with us. Right. Well, I was going to say you got the next game, but you don't know what the next game is because
I don't have my you know, last week I was using ESPN. You guys were using something else.
No,
because
it was ESPN.
we use ESPN.
Yeah, my list was different than you guys. So what game is it?
Don't worry, we got this. You just sit back and you join in and add some color and flavor to the thing.
Just tell me what team it is.
All right, listen. You have okay. You want to announce it? I'll give it to you, baby. Hold on. The next game was Los Angeles traveling to New England.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that game turned out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be.
All right, let's listen to it first. Let's listen to it.
Let's listen to it.
The Chargers and the New England Patriots.
Woo!
I think we got a battle of two quarterbacks. One's good, the other one sucks. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Bill Belichick won't let us down, and he'll lose, and I'm going with the Chargers. I had to set that one up.
Yeah, work it out. I'm staying with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Patriots then. We're not going to be agreeing on this stuff.
I see. That's why you were what, 6-10?
It was an action-packed 6-10.
Hey, again, like I said, that game turned out to be exactly what we thought it was.
It's disgusting.
Listen, the only thing that surprised us was that they didn't even put any points up. I thought they would at least
None.
get a goal somewhere.
None.
They didn't put any points up.
But at the same time, neither team really put any points up other than field goals. So nobody scored on nobody. So the defense did a halfway decent job. Just the quarterback couldn't find nobody. He couldn't throw. He couldn't throw nothing to nobody.
Listen, guys.
Anytime he got the ball hit him right in the hand, and they still dropped.
They still dropped. So there was bad weather, but there's also bad talent on that team that Bill Belichick built.
I don't really think there's bad talent. I think they're playing terrible because of the head coach. I think everyone's discombobulated. I think nobody feels sure about anything on that team, and they're playing terrible because Bill Belichick is just screwing with everybody's mind, and nobody can get anything done. And it goes back. Listen, this guy had Bernie Kosar, Vinny Testaverde, Drew Bledsoe, Mac Jones, Cam Newton, now Bailey Zappi. The only guy who's been able to do any only quarterback who's been able to shine under Bill Belichick has been Tom Brady, and that's just because that's Tom Brady. But most of these guys look like crap when they get with Bill Belichick. After the first year, they might be okay, and then after that, it goes downhill fast.
You know what? I mean, all those names that you listed, I don't think you can put all those on Bill. But either way, I will say that I think the team definitely is not. They're not hearing him anymore. They're not playing for him anymore. But I also believe that there's no talent on that team. The only receiver that they had that they could depend on went down to injury, and he's out for the season. But other than that, he didn't pick any talent. He doesn't like talent. He doesn't like the possibility of an ego being in his locker room. Look at Malik Cunningham. He brought him off the practice squad. He activated him, and then he never saw any time on the field. What's the purpose of activating him? This guy.
From what I understand, Demario Douglas was the best receiver during training camp. And it still took him to the 8th game or 7th, 8th game for Bill Belichick to trot him out there to use him. He was the best wide receiver in training camp. I know he got concussion, but everyone was like, wow, this kid is quick. He's fast. He can grab the ball. But no, they didn't put him out there. And listen, he has a history of screwing people over, and it's just come home to roost.
I agree with Marlon. The team is shut. I wouldn't say there's no talent. Because,
I wouldn't say he has no talent.
Talent is when you're determined to win. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are naturally just really good, but then there's other guys that if they got a good program going on and put in the right places, doing the right things, being well coached, they can look like $1 million.
Yep.
But right now, nobody wants to play for this dude anymore. They get out there because they have to, but they're really not trying to do a whole bunch. I mean, these guys are looking at the ball, looking it in and still dropping. Like, come on, man. I'm sure when they go back to the locker room, you know what? We did him again. Let's try to get rid of this dude, man.
And also they're like, so what? So what? We're 2-10. Who cares?
No matter if we catch or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. There's some talent on the team, but I don't think there's superior talent. There's not a playmaker that makes you say, okay, we have to do anything to stop this one guy. He just won't do it. I don't think Zeke Elliott is done.
No.
I don't think Ramondre Stevenson is a back. I don't believe all the receivers just flat out suck. I just don't believe there's any number ones on that team.
No, there's
I
not.
believe there's two. There's about maybe 2 twos, and the rest of them are threes at best.
Yeah.
And then if you don't have a quarterback that can elevate, the play of his receiver, all that stuff comes into play.
I was told if a quarterback can't throw past 10 yards, he won't shine.
Oh no!
I mean, listen, you cannot say that Mac Jones has a weaker arm than Tua Tags.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No. But why can't he connect with nobody?
Because he ain't got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and guys like that. Because Bill Belichick and Bill Belichick de-emphasizes the offense anyway. He's happy with this 6-0
So he don't have those. He don't have those dimes. However, then you work with what you got. If I can't send it all the way downfield because I ain't got nobody I don't have a Randy Moss. I don't have one of those guys. Then I'm going to have to do some shorter passes. All you need is 3 good ones, and you get a first down. Runs then they revolted to mostly runs the other day anyway.
Yes, which is what he wanted to do when he brought in Cam Newton. Remember now, guys, let's set this up. The reason why he got rid of Tom Brady for Cam Newton was because he thought the linebackers had become so small. Remember, they had the monster linebackers back in the 80s and 90s, the guys who could stop the run. That's when the run was the big thing.
I got to stop you.
Okay, stop me at what point?
He did not get rid of Tom Brady to go after Cam Newton.
Wait a second. I got to stop you. If everyone was calling Bill Belichick the genius, the man who knows what he's doing, the man who set it up, there's no way you let Tom Brady walk out the door and you don't have a backup. So if you think that happened, I got to stop you.
Hey, if anybody's going to do that nonsense, Bill Belichick will do it. I think he'll let somebody walk out the door and think he can put anybody back there.
Well, that much, yes. But I guarantee you, he knew that the guy he wanted was Cam Newton because there was nobody else available. So he had already had that in place. That's what he wanted in the back of his mind when he didn't offer Brady a contract.
All right, guys, we got 10 more games to do. Let's go.
Enough about the Patriots.
Let's go, man.
All right. I think I got the next one, which would have been Detroit going down the Mississippi River. That's right. From the Erie, even though they're not connected from Michigan. But anyway, they went down the Mississippi River to take on the New Orleans Saints.
All the way to Mississippi.
All the way down. Let's go. We have the Detroit Lions traveling down the Mississippi. That's right. All the way down the Mississippi, from the Erie River down the Mississippi to New Orleans to take on the Saints. And I'm taking Detroit.
Well, I'm taking the Lions as well because they can't lose 2 in a row.
Okay, so we're gonna all agree. I think I'm gonna go with Detroit. The only difference between our pick is that New Orleans is in Louisiana, not Mississippi. So I'm gonna go with the team that landed in the right city.
Yeah, but it's down the Mississippi. It's on the Mississippi goes all the way down into New Orleans.
I got you. You sound like Trump trying to clean it up. Go ahead.
Let's just move on to the next thing. How to think of his first day on the job, and already he's getting political. We all picked the Lions. Let's just get that out the way. At least we all had that right. So we got that one right.
All right, next game we got the Falcons going up to New York to play the New York Jets.
And some of us didn't have this one right.
What?
Let's go.
Okay.
Next game is Atlanta Falcons is going to New York to play the Jets. Atlanta is 5-6. The Jets is 4-7. Jets is on a losing streak. Atlanta, I'm staying with them. I'm staying with the Falcons to win that game.
You know what's crazy? I was
What?
saying you put your head. I told you I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the NFC South, but I'm going with the New York Jets on this one.
You know what? I'm holding your hand on this one, Mr. Magic. I'm going with the Jets too. Never again am I holding your hand on the game. You let me right down the wrong path.
I sure did.
How could they? You know what? The only thing that's worse than the Patriots right now has got to be the Carolina Panthers, and the New York Jets. It's like a trifecta of which one can look the worst.
The defense did their job, but man, they got no.
You think the defense? It was 13-8. 13. Well, yeah. I mean, like the Patriots defense only gave up 6 points. I guess the Jets defense only gave. But we're talking about Atlanta. And you know what? I wanted to say this. The Patriots didn't score a point, and the Chargers had the worst defense in the NFL.
It was bad weather. We're done. We're done with that game. We're going on.
Bad weather. All right.
Anyway, yeah. Well, that was New Orleans, and that was New York and Atlanta. Atlanta defeated the New York Jets. What are they at now? 2-8. The Jets are like 4-6 or 4-7 now.
4-8. 4-8.
It gets bad. It's bad. It's bad, people. Yes, it's bad out there in New York. It's bad in New York at this time. So
yeah, this next game was another surprise game. What the world? Let's go.
Let's see what we got here. What we got for the next game?
Cardinals and the Steelers.
Oh gosh. Let's see.
Listen, let's go ahead and just announce the score and keep moving from that game.
No. I want to go through this one because we got some work to talk on. Kiddo.
I got the Miami Dolphins playing the Washington Commanders.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. It's the Cardinals and the Steelers.
Okay, so the Cardinals and the Steelers. Oh, I think that's pretty straightforward. Mike Thomas guys playing outstanding ball with average talent. So I'm going with the Steelers.
Did you say who's got the average talent?
Steelers.
Were they picking them?
Okay,
yeah. They picking them?
Okay, yeah, because I think they're going to beat a team that just seems to be misguided right now.
Well, I'm going with the Steelers also, but I'm telling you, the Steelers are picking this talent, so they're not getting a break from me on the mediocrity.
No, we're not giving nobody a break. I just think that he's making. That's the difference between Belichick and Tomlin. They got equal talent. One team's good and one team's. Let's go.
I went the Steelers as well, man. Y'all are funny, man.
See, I'm never going with you again. I should have just got off the Steelers. As soon as you took the Steelers, I should have ran.
It was one of those weekends.
They got their butts beat. That boy scored a touchdown, a field goal, and a touchdown each quarter after that. So Steelers played no defense, man.
24-10.
Crazy.
Kyler Murray only passed for 145 yards. What the heck happened?
Cardinals was 2-10 at the time. Are you kidding me?
And just put a foot in that so-called vaunted coach of yours, Mike Tomlin.
Mediocre. It's a mediocre coach.
I'm putting him, you know what? He's just one step above Bill Belichick right now. He hasn't been crap since Ben Roethlisberger retired.
Yeah. He's in an easier. I don't know what's going on.
He's in a tough division. Those four teams in his division might be the four tough, except for Kansas City. Those are the four toughest teams to play against. I don't think there's a rest in. I don't even know how anybody's coming out of there and going forward because you got to play Cincinnati, the Browns, which have a great defense, and they would have been contenders if Deshaun Watson doesn't go out. You got the Steelers. Yeah.
All right. We got our next game here.
All right.
We got the Miami Dolphins going down to the Commanders. Let's see. Miami.
Let's see what we got here. We have the Miami Dolphins with Don Shula, Don Strock, Mercury Morris. and all the legendary Dolphins, they're traveling to Washington. No, they're not traveling, but the team is traveling. The Miami Dolphins is traveling to Washington, D.C. to take on the Commanders, who had the Hogs and Joe Gibbs and John Riggins and Joe Theismann, but they're not playing anymore. And on this one, I'm taking the Dolphins. Well, wait a minute, there's more. Hold on, there's more. Dolphins.
The old man, man. I'm still with the old man Dolphins.
He's still taking the Dolphins.
Past 10 yards. He can't throw past 10 yards. My co-partner that told me because he can't pass past 10 yards, he was no good. He was too slow. He was too old. He said all that in the beginning of the season. And so far, I'm looking at 8-3. That means 8 wins and 3 losses, Clay Morris. 8 wins and 3 losses that can't throw past 10 yards. I said you only need 10 yards to get a first down. So if you can get every 10 yards, and first downs all the way down the field, you do that 10 times, you're in the end zone, bro. But anyway, go ahead, Mom.
Hey, man, listen. The Commanders don't have nothing for Miami, man. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Well, as I said, now there's the flip side of this. Since Tua Tags is getting away with this, if he can do it, why can't anybody else?
Because they're working as a machine, man. It's a machine they got over there. Everybody's doing their part. Defense is playing well. Offense is doing their part. Coaching, they throwing some good plays in there. They're putting work in, man.
So you think it's because of the structure around Tua that's getting it done?
Absolutely. Can't do it by himself.
You're right. He definitely can't do it by himself. He can't even throw over 50.
Hey, whoa, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right, thank you. All right,
thank you.
What we got? Next game.
Yeah, let's get to the next game. What we got here? I think it's the Broncos and Texans.
There you go.
We have the Denver Broncos traveling to Houston, Texas to take on the Texans. And I'm taking Houston.
I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm going with the Broncos on this one.
Oh, it's going to separate the men from the boys. We're going to see who's talking next week.
Who's talking?
And that would be me. That would be me. That's right, everybody. I'm going to brag on myself. I took Houston.
Yeah. Them doggone Broncos, man. I don't know what's wrong with them guys, man. They should have lost that game.
Well, consider the factors. I mean, they're not really that good, but here's the other thing. The Texans were playing at home. The Broncos weren't. So there was a little bit more familiarity for the Texans when the game got tight.
That was the only edge.
That was the only edge. Yeah. And they won by 3 points. I think, was it overtime? Did they win in overtime?
Yeah.
No, they just won it at the end of the game. They won by a field goal.
Yeah, 22-17. Yeah, it was tight all the way.
It was tight all the way. Yeah, the Texans pulled it out, baby. They made it happen. Go Texans! C.J. Stroud, 274 yards passing.
He did his job.
We can't talk. We can't talk enough about this rookie. This guy's changing a lot of things. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, what do we got?
We got the Carolina Panthers going to the Buccaneers. Tampa Buccaneers.
Well, that wasn't much of a game, but let's get to it, everybody.
And we have the we have the Patriots wannabes. The Panthers 1-10 going to Tampa to play the Buccaneers.
Upset.
And let me see how tough this one is. I'm going to choose. Oh my God, I got to go with the Buccaneers. Man, I don't even like picking that team.
I got to agree with you, man. I think Baker Mayfield somehow or another finds a way to make us think that he actually has some talent, and he does enough to make. Yeah, I'm going with the Bucs.
Well, heck, they're playing the Panthers. I mean, can they really lose to the Carolina Panthers at home?
Are you going for the upset?
No. That's right. No. I think Matt is I don't know what happened to him. He's wandering around in the ecosphere somewhere. So don't worry, everybody. We'll find him and we'll take care of him. We'll make sure he doesn't get away from us.
All right, next game. Next game is the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. What you got?
Wait a minute, you got to wait on that one because it's still uploading. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, the Browns, Rams. Here we go. Got it. Nope.
Browns and the Rams.
Browns and the Rams.
Which ones are you guys looking at? Okay, anyway, the Browns and the Rams. You know, as much as I would like the Browns to win, I think they without a quarterback, they're going nowhere. The Rams. I'm going with the Rams. I said mine quickly. You guys seem to be stumped.
I'm not stumped. Oh, I'm next. Oh, I'm going Rams.
All right, I'm going with the Browns.
He's got balls, baby. He's got balls. So sometimes you got to step out on a limb, and he did. Well, that didn't work out too well. We cut that limb off on you. What is it that you saw in the Browns? And I don't. What quarterback did they start? The guy that they had in there got knocked out the game before.
Yeah, but they got some grind to them, man. I like their grind. So.
Well, they got grounded. They got grinded up 36-19.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, they got killed, man.
Yeah, they lost.
All right. As long as you're satisfied with that, we'll just move on down the line. We got the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Green Bay Packers. A replay.
No. We got the 49ers and Eagles.
Oh, this one gets even better. We got the 49ers going into Philadelphia to play the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Next game. This is going to be the marquee game of the weekend, and I guarantee this. Now, the San Francisco 49ers are traveling across the country to that dirty city called Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. And I am taking the 49ers to win.
Woo! I'm taking the Eagles, man.
I'm going to 49ers.
Going 49ers?
Wow, it takes a lot of guts, Marlon. We're stepping out on a limb with this one.
I think Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuel's got something for that defense.
Oh, Purdy.
Purdy threw for 4 touchdowns and like almost 400 yards.
Yeah, oh, Purdy. He got pretty there. Purdy got pretty.
He took it to him.
And I should have known that because the last week, the Eagles kind of struggled to win that game. So if they're running up against somebody that's doing well, then they're not going to have that extra push they needed because they struggled so hard last week.
That's what I thought too. I thought a lot of the defense, a lot of had been taken out. A lot of energy had been taken out of the defense the week before. Yeah. They really had to push themselves and will themselves into a win. And San Francisco was coming off a easy win. Mm-hmm. And they were coming in with revenge on their mind. And if they caught them, they were going to catch them early and just keep piling on them. And they did.
Yeah. All right, next game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs went on over to Green Bay and played the Green Bay Packers.
Abysmal. That's the word I have to use for this game. I mean, in terms of the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, 8-3, going to Green Bay to play the Green Bay Packers at home. I'm going with the Chiefs. Chiefs.
You know what? This is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. The Kansas City Chiefs I think the teams are even, but the quarterback is the difference. You got to go with the Chiefs.
Really? I'm going Chiefs.
You can't step too far off the limb when you got Patrick Mahomes on that team.
Wrong.
Fell off the limb on that one. Patrick
fell off.
Man, please. We got 1 touchdown the whole game. Well, 2 touchdowns the whole game. Come on, man.
I don't. It's something. But that was a trap game. If there was ever a trap game, Eric, think back. And I almost started to call it because Kansas City's going into Green Bay, and it's a night game. Green Bay is up for this, and I'm sure Kansas City can't be 2 up. They're playing Green Bay.
Yeah.
And they got caught. Them guys were full of juice.
Shouldn't have lost that, Kansas, but that's all right. Rather lose now
What do
than
you mean
later.
you shouldn't have? They got killed. Debo Samuel had 160, just like Marlon said. Debo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey had something for these boys.
They worked it out.
They were waiting for him. And in the final game, last but not least, in my hands right here, we have, and this game turned out, it might have been the most exciting game of the week.
Very well played game, yes.
Very, very well. We have a new guy that is making a name for himself in the NFL. His name is Browning. Let's go through this. We don't mention him because we didn't even know he was going to start. Let's get to it.
The Bengals and the Jaguars. That game is at 8:15 p.m. on a Monday. And I think that I want to be different, but I'm going to go with not finishing behind Mr. Clay. and go with my mind instead of just trying to be competitive. I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
Jaguars all the way, baby. Jaguars all the way.
I just don't want to finish behind Clay. That's okay.
Go Jags. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Jake Browning. Jake Browning threw for 354 yards, a touchdown, and he just controlled the game.
Bottom line.
Why can't the Patriots get a quarterback like that? You know what I'm going to tell you right now? That if Mac Jones played on Cincinnati's team, he'd look like Jake Browning.
Well, Mac Jones is not a bad quarterback. He's a new quarterback that's not being well coached.
No, he's not being well coached at all. And that's what it comes down to. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Either you come in there ready to handle whatever's going on at New England, and no other quarterback's been able to do it except for Tom Brady. But these other guys, I mean, Cincinnati throws in a Jake Browning and bam, 354 yards. Are you kidding me? Brock Purdy, are you kidding me? Kyle Shanahan always puts his quarterbacks in great positions.
Yeah.
They don't have to be the best quarterback, but they look pretty darn good. It's these. I mean, I'm not sold on Jalen Hurts, but in Nick Sirianni's offense, Jalen Hurts looks pretty darn good.
Every quarterback, every second string or third string quarterback playing out there are doing decently well. Some are doing better than others. So there's no excuse why the Patriots should be doing as bad as they're doing. So it's more than just the players.
It's more than just the players. You got Gordon Minshew in Indianapolis winning.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Sam Howell for Washington. David, I didn't even know. Is it Danny DeVito? David DeVito?
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito came in for the Giants and beat the Patriots. I mean, there's no excuse for what's happening to Mac Jones. He is not that bad of a quarterback. His arm is better than two attacks.
Yeah, but nobody's helping him see. Again, I want to throw out there as well. If you put a veteran quarterback in line with a rookie quarterback, he can be a better assist to the rookie quarterback than a coach, because the coach only knows the plays he's throwing in there and what it should look like. But the quarterback that's been doing this for years know what it actually looks like on the field.
On the field.
You got to lead a little bit more than what, if you got to lead a little less, or you got to pull a little bit off this ball or put a little more on it. You know what I'm saying? Those adjustments he knows how to make. But you don't know as a rookie coach, so it looks like you're not seeing the field well. And that's why I always say about Mac Jones, he doesn't see the field well. He throws interceptions like it's doggone lunch.
But Eric, who are they giving him? They're backing him up with Bailey Zappi, somebody younger than him, and Malik Cunningham, who's younger than Bailey Zappi.
My point. There's nobody there that has any years.
There's nobody there. The kid's on an island.
Yeah.
They're killing them. They're crucifying all these players, and I'm telling you, listen, this guy is such a jerk. It's the way he does these guys and the way they get blamed for things that, Ramondre Stevenson's out. But last year, they run this play where Stevenson's running up the field with the ball and he laterals. It was obviously a play called by Belichick. and he denied all plausibility in it. He left it right on the shoulders of that kid.
Yeah. He ain't gonna take the blame on nothing because he
ain't gonna take the blame.
You know
what he says?
He ain't gonna understand what he's saying anyway when he goes to the podium.
We got to do better. We got to do better in all phases. We had our chances. Crap. Magic, you're back. You want to unmute yourself? I guess not. Well.
All right.
All right,
hey,
we'll be back. We'll be back.
I thought y'all were talking. Okay, go ahead.
We were talking. We were talking about the fact that Jake Browning came in for the Cincinnati Bengals and threw for 347 yards.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah,
354 yards.
He looked good, man. Sometimes when you get a guy that's people aren't used to, they look good.
Not 354 yards worth.
Man, a lot of that offense was, man, they were playing off. Those receivers were wide open.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't think Jake Browning has a better arm than Mac Jones. I don't think Tua Tags has a better arm than Mac Jones. I don't think Gordon Minshew has a better arm than Mac Jones. Yet they all have better records.
Well, and listen, you keep talking about Mac Jones. Maybe Mac Jones just isn't a good quarterback. You remember how much talent they said about Jeff George when he came out?
Jeff George did have talent. He had a heck of an arm.
Right, but he didn't live up to that talent either. Ryan Leaf.
Wait, are we talking about talent or are we talking about capability?
No, he didn't. Well, capability. He didn't live up to what he should have done because
that's another story. But
I understand it. I understand it's another story. What I'm saying is there's always like an underlying story behind something. Mac Jones just he's okay. Maybe he's got some talent, but if you lack mental stamina or if you lack guidance or your talent's not going to have you overshine that. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Mac Jones on another team is a whole lot better quarterback.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. But he's been broken.
Yeah, they're breaking him down right now. He's not going to be good for anybody else.
He's been stripped down to just about as low as you could strip him. So
and that's what we were saying. We were saying that if you took Mac Jones and put him on Cincinnati,
I don't think he'll beat Joe Burrow. I don't think he'll beat Joe Burrow.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying he would look like Jake Browning.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll buy that.
I mean, Joe Burrow's another level. I mean, I'm watching that kid Trevor Lawrence the other day, and he's another level. His arm is unbelievable.
Hey, if you put Mac Jones on Miami, he'll be killing right now.
He'll kill him.
If you put Mac Jones on Dorchester High right now,
that's another thing, though. Listen, you know what? We didn't say a prayer coming in. Anybody want to say a prayer going out?
All right.
Can y'all pray my battery lasts long enough till I get to this charger?
Not a battery for your phone or battery for your car?
My phone.
Oh, okay. Thank God. All right. Well, we thank you for another day. We thank you for another time. Just enjoying sports, Father, talking positive as men should do. As you continue to bless and keep our families, keep our neighbors, keep our friends well from all hurt, harm, and danger. In your holy name, amen.
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 And stop the fighting at the airports, ladies.
All right, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for this show. See you guys on Thursday.
We'll actually, we're going to record the show and it'll be shown tomorrow. We're not going to wait to Thursday because so many things can change. So we're going to get this thing done really soon.
All right.
Listen, you'll view this very soon. It's going to be our predictions of week 14 because there's only 4 more weeks left to go.
That's it.
We'll talk to you then.
Yeah.
Peace.
So.